Hey everyone, it's Alex Ikonn today, and I'm back with another video. And today is going to be a Q&A, and I'm trying to get in the rhythm of this to do this weekly. I skipped last week because lots was going on, but I'm back with another week, and I'm ready to and excited to answer your questions. So here we go. The first question is, let's get this open. And like I said, the way you guys submit your questions is just message me on Instagram and send me your video, because video questions are always the best. So that's the ones I choose. So, first question is from...
Hey Alex, it's Geeta here, and before I ask you my two questions, I just want to send tons of love, good vibes, and good energy, and just tons of luck toward you and Mimi. I just love you guys. I've been following you guys since the beginning, and that's it. Well, my first question is, maybe when you're younger or years back, did you think you'd end up where you are today? Did you have like a vision back then that maybe has come true yet, or hasn't, or it's something totally different? I would love to know. And my second question is, what is your biggest weakness? Maybe even if you've overcame it, like what is it? What has it been? Other than that, lots of love. I'm sitting for my CPA exam. Wish me luck.
Thank you, Geeta. So two questions. So first question is, and once again, good luck on your CPA exam. I know those are tough. First question is, did we have a vision to end up where we are right now? To be honest with you, not exactly. I did not think I would be living in London right now, that this would be my life at the moment. I honestly didn't. As all of us, I think growing up, we want to have some sort of a better life for us. And I think the biggest vision that I had growing up is that I just want to be able to be financially free and independent, because I grew up not having money. So the biggest vision that I did have is to be able to provide for myself and my family, because it was tough kind of just upbringing financially. And so I never wanted to think about money or spending money because we've never had it. So that was my biggest vision in terms of overcoming that and be able to be financially free, which I'm doing pretty good on, so I'm really happy. So the second question is, what is your weakness? And I know a lot of times when people get asked this question, they'll say things like, I work too hard or whatever to make yourself look good. And I'll be very honest with you guys right now with this question is, one of my biggest weaknesses is actually being sometimes over emotional. And what I mean by that is that I'm a pretty calm guy. I'm really chill, I'm pretty calm. However, I can go from 0 to 100 real quick. And what I mean by that is there is a different side of Alex, which is Alex can get angry. And I actually that's something that I've been working with ever since I was a child in terms of overcoming my anger and my temper. And I believe I've done a tremendous job at overcoming that, because trust me, when I was younger, it was bad. And that's the reason I want to share that with you, because I think it's really important, and it's because it's something that many of us deal with. And a book that has really helped me in the past that I want to reread again is actually, might need Mimi's help on here. Don't Bite the Hook. Don't Bite the Hook by Pema Chodron. And it was actually a recommendation from Seth Godin. I'm definitely going to re-listen to it. It's a great read, but it just talks about how you can control your emotions and your anger or whatever it might be. But however, now I'm really good. As Mimi knows, even if I drive, I don't have anger, I don't even communicate. It's just sometimes those rare moments, maybe like 4 times a year, it comes out. And it's just something that I still believe is my weakness. It's something that I'm working on. So that's why I want to share. But Don't Bite the Hook is a great recommendation for any of you guys who are dealing with it or want to overcome it. All right, let's go to the next question. Let's see this.
Good morning, my name is Chelsea. I'm 17 years old, and I wanted to say that you and Mimi are the light that fills my sky. My question is, how do I tell my parents what I want to do versus what they choose me to do? Because I want to be an artist, and I know that that's what I'm called to do, but they want me to do something I know I won't really love to do. Do you have any tips? Anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Mwah.
Thank you so much, Chelsea. That really means a lot. I'm really grateful to be answering your question now. And I think this is something that the reason I want to pick this is because it's really relevant to a lot of people. You know, you're growing up, your parents may want you to be a doctor, an engineer, a lawyer, whatever it may be, and you may have a creative side, you want to be an artist. That's totally cool. I think the most important thing, especially as you grow up and you become an adult, That is, you have to stick to your vision and your goals, because a lot of us, that dream of who we want to become gets crushed by society and our parents. And I know it can be very difficult to go out after your dreams, because the reason people are inspired by athletes, by even some celebrities or musicians or artists that have made it, is because they have really had to overcome a lot of obstacles in their life to be able to be in the position where they are at. And that may have been their parents as well. So if you truly believe in your heart that is your destiny, that is your calling, you will have to fight for it. Meaning, you will have to have those conversations with parents like, hey, I totally understand you want me to be a doctor or an engineer or whatever. However, I really don't see it in my life. And if you want me to just be miserable in my life, it's not going to end up good in any way. So you really have to go after your calling. But most importantly, the thing you have to understand, your parents are doing this out of love. It's not that they want to do something. They really want you to succeed by society standards, which may be different. So, but they are doing it out of love, and you can communicate to them, Mom and Dad, I understand you love me and you want me to do well in society and be able to provide for myself. However, I really want to do this. And I understand that there may be some setbacks in becoming an artist, right? You may not be living lavishly. You may not be able to provide for yourself as much as you would as if you would be, let's say, a doctor. However, if you truly believe that's what it is, you have to really fight for it. And at the same time, what I'm trying to say is understand that maybe, it may take you a long time to get there. So that's why I highly recommend, if you're an artist or you're creative, to really read the book called Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I think it's an amazing read for any inspiring creative or artist that really wants to make it. And you'll be able to, she really articulates really well what it really takes to have your calling, which that means you will still have to have some sort of a job, right, on the side. Maybe that is being a waitress or having some other position 9 to 5, and while you do your calling on the side. So it's a magical book, and I highly recommend it. And that's something that you can read, and maybe even tell your parents to read and say, I'm going to follow this. So that's my recommendation to you. So okay, I'll do 2 more questions max, and I'm out. So let's do this.
Hey Alex, what's up? This is Angel Castellanos, Angel's Travels, and my question to you is, how are you going to manage both Snapchat and Instagram stories? Congrats to you and Mimi. It's always fun to see your videos of London because we used to live in Kensington Garden Square. Ciao.
Thank you so much for the question. So the question is, Instagram stories or Snapchat? And if you follow me on both, you will see that Snapchat, I'm no longer there. Bye Snapchat. I'm purely on Instagram stories now. I really believe in Instagram stories and that being the platform of the future. It's really sad for Snapchat. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. I'm sure that there'll still be an audience there, especially for the new millennials. However, I think for people who are a little older, or even there will be more on Instagram stories. And especially I think why a lot of people will actually come back to Instagram and Instagram stories instead of Snapchat is because a lot of bigger people, celebrities, will be more on Instagram stories, because solely the viewership is there, because they have already built their audiences on that platform, even as I have. Let's say on average I'll be very open, I'll say get about 5,000 views on Snapchat. As soon as I switched over to Instagram stories, I was getting triple that. So it's like, that's easy to see which platform do I want to be on. I want to be at a platform where I can reach more people, and I believe most creators will do the same. So Instagram stories all the way. Snapchat will still be there, I believe, for people and for friends to share maybe between each other. However, I still believe if you're looking for where creators are going to be when they're going to be sharing, I really believe it's going to be Instagram stories. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Maybe let's do one more question. I know Mimi wanted me to answer this one.
Hi Alex, I just wanted to ask you how the pregnancy has been for you and if it changed your opinion on some things. Thank you, bye.
So thank you so much for that question. The question is, how did the pregnancy, I guess, affect on you, and has my mind changed on anything? So right now at this moment, as I'm making this video, Mimi's helping me film this. You want to come in the shot? Yeah, that'd be good. Mimi's like putting down her
Who's gonna film?
No, just
Just the tummy?
Yeah, just the tummy. So the baby's
She's dropping.
what, 37 weeks?
Almost 38, yeah, 37 and a half.
Yeah, it's 37, 38, 37 weeks, 37 and a half. My thoughts on pregnancy, honestly, nothing has really changed much, I'll be honest, in my side. And because Mimi's been really cool about everything, and we're still, yeah, hopefully you can see it, we've been biking, we've been doing everything, we've been traveling. We could have even traveled more because we just did a trip 2 weeks ago or a week ago.
A week ago, yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, no thoughts yet on pregnancy. I think as a man,
changed your opinion about some things?
I never had an opinion. So I really never had an opinion, and I think the most important thing that will come from me, I think as a man, it's still harder to comprehend. I think for me, it'll be more real when the baby comes out. Yeah. So maybe that's a better question to ask for you. So how has your opinion changed?
But she asked you.
But that's what I said. I never had an opinion. I guess the only opinion that might have been is that Mimi might give me a hard time.
Really?
Yeah, like it might be like maybe you'll be like complaining all the time and like it's life is hard kind of thing. But that you're really.
So maybe then it changed your opinion about the fact that not all women experience pregnancy the same.
Women experience pregnancy different. I'm not just saying, this is one way. It's been very great.
And it's not that my pregnancy was perfect. I just don't believe in complaining.
Exactly.
There's been things that happened during the pregnancy that had nothing to do with pregnancy, maybe my personal health or just other difficulties that we had to face during this period. But you can complain about it, or you can just focus on what you do have and the positives and sort of move through things and challenges as they come along. And I think that way you don't waste unnecessary energy. That's just how I look at things.
That's great. So that's it for today's video. I really appreciate you guys asking me the questions and for Mimi coming here as well and helping me film. So please thank Mimi on social media, Instagram, everywhere else, and send me questions to my Instagram. And same thing, send questions to Mimi because I think you should do a Q&A as well.
Maybe I will.
See you guys. Bye.